All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is tournament day. First tournament of 2026 out on the water with the ABA Kayak Series. We're out here on San Vicente. It is currently 6:42. First launch is gonna be at 6:45. Lines in is gonna be at 7. Lines out at 3 o'clock. Pretty hectic morning, I'm not gonna lie. We're all starting off on the water fairly late because the gates didn't open up as soon as we expected it. So there's gonna be quite a few people that are gonna miss that first launch window. Luckily, we were able to get on the water as soon as we did. So it's gonna be a 3 fish limit, 12-inch minimum. Hopefully we can get on a good number of fish here, but today is gonna be really cloudy coverage, so hopefully that kind of turns on the bite a little bit. But talking to a lot of the guys that were on the water for pre-fish and stuff, it seems like the bite has been fairly tough. So all right guys, so hopefully we could do well today. First tournament of 2026. Let's get it. I don't know if the angles are going to be good today just because I couldn't really sit and kind of mess with it, but hopefully that's a good angle. All right guys, 6:45. We're now launch. Right now we have pretty slick, calm conditions right now, which is nice. Considering that I'm trying to make my way to the very back. I've never actually fished there, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna fish. We're not pre-fishing again this year. I kind of like that format of not pre-fishing, just because I have zero preconceived notions on where I need to go, what I need to throw, and things like that. I'm going out there with a clean slate. It allows me to fish how I like to fish and basically make decisions off of the time right then and there, as opposed to trying to go off of history. So definitely something that I plan on doing moving forward, and probably just, unless it's like a really big event where I have time that I can kind of utilize or spend towards pre-fishing, probably not going to be pre-fishing very often. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it to our spot in time to go for lines in, but we'll see here. Let's take a look at our electronics and see what we can look at seeing here. So this is a point right here. I want to get around this island and hit up this point right here, this main lake point right here, and that's this back cut right here is basically what I want to get into, but that's going to be a ways away. So as long as we could get over here to that main lake point, I think that'll be all right. And we might have some boats going there, or boats already be there. So right here we're at 21 feet, 16 feet. It's definitely a lot shallower. We're at 10 feet right here, 11 feet, and we're maybe 25, maybe 30 yards away from the shoreline, but there's a lot of stick-ups right here that I'm actually liking. So this little main lake point right here, it might be a good place to start off on. So currently 6:57 right now. We have a couple minutes before we can start casting, but hopefully this spot right here, what I really like about this spot is the fact that this is a point, like I said. So right now we're sitting at 30 feet just about, and if we were to move up 10-15 yards, we're going to drop down to about 10. So that's a really nice drop off, and that's where a lot of these fish, they like to kind of go towards, especially this time of the year, is those steeper drop offs. Here I'm seeing a lot of stick ups right here, so really prime spot in my opinion to where these fish are going to be set up at. So hopefully my prediction is right and we get on some fish. 10 seconds. Make sure everything's good here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines in. Here we go. jerkbait. Let's try the free rig. I missed the eye on this one. Gosh dang it. Okay. I'll deal with this one later because I missed the freaking eye right there. Let's see what the drop shot can get us. I don't know if it's pretty obvious that these fish aren't necessarily shallow. I wonder if anybody else has caught anything. They've been fishing for almost 2 hours now without a single bite. So I'm wondering if the bite is just as tough for everyone else. Is that Jeff?
Yeah.
You get on him yet?
No, what about you?
Hell no.
I got one bite, that's it.
I don't even know if I even got a bite. Yeah. Yeah, eventually. All right, sir. Tail lines.
Did you start over by the dam?
No, I started over here.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never been on this side of the lake before, so.
Yeah, I've hardly ever fished this either.
Huh. Have you ever had luck on this side?
No, but I really haven't fished over here. I was here last week or whatever, and my usual stuff, and I only got one bite, so.
Ah, damn. Might as well explore then, huh? Huh?
I have to switch it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, you too, sir. How far did you go in?
Oh, I'm heading that way.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about me, though.
Nah, man, you gotta win this. Just about halfway through the day. Not a single bite, not a single fish. It is definitely a grinder out here, man. Thought I would have had at least one by now, but that was wishful thinking, obviously. Well, we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on cracking at it, and hopefully we can fill up our limit. All we need is just 3 today, so hopefully we could fool 3 of them into biting and getting them in the boat. There's one, finally. Finally got one, guys. Finally got one. Stay on. Stay on, stay on. Ah, jeez. Finally. Alright, got him pretty good. Like on the top too. So, got one. Finally. Let's see if he's gonna... Yeah, I get to use my board today, guys. $13, first fish of the day. Jeez. 11:56, first fish of the day. There's one. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Yeah, that is a good one. Not too good, but better than nothing. Alright. Alright. Let's go, baby. Okay. Choked it right on the top upper part again. And these hooks are, when you stick them good with these hooks. That's a decent fish. Alright guys, number 2, 15-incher. Let's go. Thank you, sir. Well, might just stay a little while longer. Hopefully this is the right move. Another point right here that I want to get into, see if we can catch our one more before time runs out. Still have an hour, basically an hour 15 minutes essentially. Stay down. Seems like a small guy, but oh no, this is a good one. Yeah, small guy. Definitely a small guy, but he's number 3. He's number 3. Ooh, got him inside his eye socket here, so try to be careful. There we go. Okay. 12.25 guys, 12.25. Let's get him back in the water. Alrighty, so that is number 12. Or sorry, that's number 3, and he was a 12.25. Okay, and we swap back over to the 1/4 ounce because I think that the 3/8 was a little too heavy for this. Tying on tungsten right now because I want to make sure that I could feel every little bit of detail in the water column that I possibly can to give me that competitive edge. Now tungsten, because of the material that the metal is made out of, it is much more sensitive than traditional lead, which, you know, obviously gives you more sensitivity, but the other great thing about it is that it's a lot smaller too in profile. Because tungsten is a lot more dense, it can give you more sensitivity in a smaller compact profile. So definitely a good thing to have tungsten if you could, you know, if you could use it, or whenever you can use it, definitely use tungsten over lead. You just get so much more feedback and sensitivity over traditional lead, especially for the drop shot application or any kind of bottom contact application. You want to have as much sensitivity and feedback as you possibly can, and tungsten gives you double, if not triple, the sensitivity or feedback that traditional lead gives you. You pair that up with a nice rod that's also really sensitive. You get to feel everything, every little rock, every little cranny, every little stick. You feel all of that. And tungsten is really the key point of you feeling bottom contact or not. So definitely use tungsten if you guys possibly can. Whenever you guys possibly can use tungsten, definitely use tungsten. It is a little bit more expensive, but you know, when it matters most, especially during tournaments or competitive events, you need every little competitive advantage that you could possibly have on your side. Well, we got a limit, guys. It's a very, very small limit, but we got a limit. Hopefully we can catch a few more that'll call out. We can upgrade our bag a little bit, but definitely a grinder of a day. There's one. Yes, sir. Stay on, baby, stay on. Stay on, baby, stay on. Stay on, baby, stay on. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Skiing. You skiing. Stay on, stay on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good call, guys. That's a good call, guys. That's a freaking good call. Let's go. 14-inch fish, guys. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. 14. These aren't the best quality fish, but they're fish. This feel weird. That's because it's a fish, that's why. Oh, this is a good fish too. Another call. Another call, another call. Yes, we might have found a good spot, guys. We might have found a spot. Oh my god, yeah, this is a good one. Okay. Oh, this guy's freaking, I pulled him out from, put him out from the depths too fast. Okay. Get this guy back in the water ASAP. I don't have a fizzer. I need to get a picture of him. There we go. Okay. So you see how his eyes are all bulging out like that? It's because he was deep in the water column. And when I pulled him out of that water column too fast. And that water pressure got to him. The changes in water pressure and everything like that got to him. Come on. I need to get this guy back in the water ASAP. Alright guys, 14 and a half. see what we can make happen in 15 minutes. God, I feel bad for that fish, dude. Man, I don't even know where he is anymore. He probably swam down already, but I feel bad because he was floating for a good while. So hopefully he's good. Yeah, usually when the fish are out super deep like that, their swim bladder or their air bladder, it just like, because of the pressure difference in depth of them going from like 60 plus feet all the way up to, you know, surface in a matter of seconds, that pressure puts a lot of strain on their air bladder. So that's why his eyes were bulging out, and you guys didn't feel it, but his body was super stiff. So I probably need to invest in a deflator, or I forgot what it was called, but it's basically like a needle that you stick into the fish, and it helps them let out all that air. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for our first tournament here in 2026. Man, it was a grinder. It was a grinder. To say that it was a grinder was honestly an understatement. We were able to pick up 4, which even though it was a 3 fish limit, picking up 4 is always a good thing. Got a fairly small bag, but considering how tough it was, I just think that getting a limit will put us in a pretty good spot for this tournament. I know that there was some people out there that were, you know, killing it, so I'm not forcing myself to be, you know, very high in the standings by any chance, or by any means. But you know, maybe top 10, maybe we'll see. But yeah, guys, so that is gonna be it for this for today's tournament. Oh, guys, super exciting news. Huge shout out to Tungsten and Monsterbass for sponsoring me this 2026 season. Support the folks that support me. Down below, I'm actually going to give you guys a discount code that you guys can use at Tungsten as well as Monsterbass. Again, huge shout out to Tungsten and Monsterbass. Let's make this 2026 season a good one. Let's go, baby.